Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A little bit of information on how much my friends from Great Britain likely will pay for their electricity bill, and it's not a rosy picture, I gotta tell you that. This article comes from Sputnik, and it's from today, the 1st of November 2022. UK energy bills to double this winter compared to 2021. I wouldn't want that to happen to me, but probably I'm there almost. US households will experience serious financial hardship this winter as their energy bills will double compared to 2021, despite the recently introduced annual price cap of £2,500, which is $2,879. John Pettigrew, the head of the UK electricity operator National Grid, said. Now when you put that cap, who's paying the difference? You. Later, in September, then, US Prime Minister Liz Truss announced freeze on household energy bills at £2,500 per year. The measure went into effect from October 1st. It was initially expected to apply for the next 2 years, but new Chancellor of the Exchequer, I don't know how to pronounce that name, Jeremy Hunt, that title, said in October that the program would run until April 2023. How do you pay for it? If they put a cap, that energy, that amount, the rest of it, must be paid by someone. Otherwise, some entity, some corporation, some business is not making money. It's like I would like to, let's say, sell you tomatoes, but you say, well, you can't sell them more than $1 per, I don't know, pound. But for you, the whole production of those tomatoes costs you $2. So you're going to lose $1 for each pound of tomato that you sell. Who's paying for that? Well, if you can't sell it to the real price, the cost for making that, producing that tomato, plus profit, because you're in a business for profit, aren't you? I mean, you are to provide a service or a product, but on the other hand, you have to have some incentive. That's why we go to work. Let's say we're not paid. Well, I want a little bit of money. The same here. The businesses are in business to get some money. So you add the production plus the interest plus the whatever expenses you have, plus you want a profit. That would get you, let's say, to $3, and you have to sell it for $1 because the government said so. What are you going to do with the $2? You lose money somehow. Who's paying that? How can you figure that out? Then you downsize everything you got, or your production, and see if you can get, let's say, to do everything for 50 cents, and after 50 cents you get 50 cents profit, selling it for the dollar the pound. So then that difference, who's paying right now? The $1.50, $1.5. If you make me sell it for $1, the cap, and the whole production, everything would cost me, let's say, $2.50. Who gives me the $1.50? Because I can survive. Is the government going to give me money, subsidize me? From where? From getting a loan. From where? Bankers. Or doing something else that eventually is going to make you, the Brits, pay for it. With taxes, with other little hanky-panky, and so on. So this is just a temporary fix for something those guys, the same guys that now they put their Superman cape and they come and say, hey, we're going to save you. Yeah, who got in the shit in the first place? It was you. So yeah, don't play the savior here. Even with the price cap, this is a doubling up of what people are used to paying for their energy bills. Therefore, inevitably, there are going to be people who are going to struggle. Pettigrew said, noting that the price cap was funded by taxpayers. Noting that the price cap was funded by taxpayers. What the hell was I talking about? It's always on you. Who do you think? Nothing is free. Someone is paying for that. And knowingly or unknowingly, usually is you and I. For comparison, in 2021, the average annual energy bill in the United Kingdom was £1,277. In this regard, even a bill rebate of £400 cannot cover the difference due to soaring energy prices. The National Grid chief said that the UK government should develop a more effective system to support the population once the price cap for energy bills is removed in April. How about you fix things with Russia and many other things? How come we ended up with this BS, including the inflation as it is? Because of Russia? Okay, if it's Russia, do something about it. Is this what you're doing? Keep doing what you're doing, Spain, hoping that Russia will blow up and you can take its oil, gas and oil for free? Well, until then, what's going to happen with the population's life? What are they going to do? You're going to screw them for some time until you take over? Is that what it is? Okay, well, keep doing what you're doing because you're doing a great job, it seems like. And I'm quoting, something like a social tariff makes a lot of sense, Pettigrew said. Pettigrew. Earlier in the day, National Grid announced the launch of Energy Support Fund of £50 million for the next year and a half. Coming from where? The money will be used to donate to organizations that help the most valuable household amid a record increase in the cost of living, the Financial Times reported. So that means you're going to have this fund, give it to the corporation, we're going to pay for the fund, so actually we're going to sponsor the corporations for decisions that you made? Is that how it is? I don't know, I'm just making things up right now. Is this what it's going to be? I mean, launch an energy support fund of £50 million. It's not a lot. I mean, £50 million, come on, you give Ukraine 18 billion, United States 50 million. it's not change. So in October, the operator presented an emergency plan that provided for systematic 3-hour power outages in the industry. Oh my God, it's just unbelievable. In the event of a cold winter and interruption of Russian gas supplies. Jesus Christ, you're going, according to UK energy regulator Ofgem, in the UK is facing a gas shortage caused by the ongoing energy crisis, as a result of which some gas-fired power plants may go bankrupt. Western countries and their allies have been facing a massive energy crisis. We already know that. I don't want to read a little propaganda of the last paragraph, which usually that's what it is. They try to let you with the last part. That's going to nullify anything else you read. You just remain with the last piece of information from a movie or a book or an article, because that's the way we function. We remember the beginning of a book or article and the end most of the time. The bulk, the middle, no, it just gets discarded. So take what I said at the beginning. That's the thing that you might probably pay double and more for your energy bills, unfortunately. And what's gonna happen? Some people get some money, and you're gonna not get money. Supposedly you get the help that you're gonna pay for it later with interest. This is how things are ran, unfortunately. It was I covered another article about 2 months ago, I think it was, about UK energy prices for households, and I can't remember, it was I think 1,700 or 1,900 pounds a year. That's how much it was for the house. I think 1,972 or something like this pounds a year. How much was an average cost for energy for a household in Great Britain? And they said that by mid-April 2023 is gonna reach 6,000 pounds. That's why it was like 300% increase in how much you guys are gonna pay. Pfft, that's great. That's fantastic. Well, but that was I can't remember the name of the video I made, but it was I remember it was 1,900 versus, because it was about 2,000 pounds versus 6,000 pounds. Could get worse, because these guys are trying always to minimize certain things according to the circumstances, so they don't scare you much. Or if they need to scare you, they're gonna obviously maximize that amount, so it scares you, so they make you agree with their decisions. Typical, always works. People act out of fear faster than out of pleasure and courage and love and all things like that. That's the way we are. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart. Look for the truth and be just.